Peace and blessings, family. My name is Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about how 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 our strength is our weakness. I know when I first say this, it may sound like a contradiction or a paradox. People are going to be like, "Whoa, hold on. How is one strength a weakness?" And I want to explain it like this. Well, first off, how do you cultivate strength? You cultivate strength through experience in any one particular field, right? Okay. And how do you also well, I'm jumping the gun there. We'll talk about strength first, and then explain how the strength is the weakness. So now we know that strength is gained through experience. All right. So let's talk. Let's use an example and say, let's say work. Or no, let's not say work. Let's say thinking, because this is one that I personally struggled with. Let's say thinking. You know, we've all probably been through that experience at one point where we weren't too big into thinking, you know, and idealizing, and then at some point we had some breakthrough. You know, we had some breakthrough in our life, you know, in the mental area, and it's like, whoa, I didn't know I could develop all these ideas and see through all these things like that, and the vision's so clear, you know. And then you know, later on, eventually we become so fascinated with matters of the mind because we see how powerful the mind is. But you know, and then here's where here's where the weakness of play in. You know, we're so fascinated with, you know, we're so fascinated with and focused on the mind. We still forget that we have you know, a physical, an emotional body to take care of, and our physical body, and like our soul, you know. So, but how, you know, and then how can we attend? You know, how are we going to be able to attend to that and balance these and be able to balance that out? You know, when all the energy is focused in one area, when all the focus is put in one area, in this example, the mind. So it's like it's the double-edged sword, really, on a deeper level. You know, when you put all your focus in that one area, yes, you'll specialize in that one area, be strong in that one area, but at least the other area is vulnerable to a lack of development, which is why it's so important to, you know, be focused in those areas too. And you know, you can take the focus off the mind, put on the body too. You know, you're someone who's physically strong, but you know, your mind may not be as developed. You know, it goes both ways. You know, and then with like the emotions too. It's like one might be emotionally strong, but at the same time, if that's where all their focus is, they may not be as intellectually strong or, you know, physically. So all, you know, in any case of these, it's just like if the focus is put in that area individually, it'll only be a matter of time before it plays out at some point in someone's life, you know, where it'll be their own Achilles heel, if you get what I'm saying, because that's all a person, you know, chose to put their energy into, rather than balancing it out with all the other important fields. You want to be balanced in your mind, your body, and your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because all three are equally as important, and if one of them is off, then everything isn't in alignment. So you want to make sure that there's focus in all three of those areas, not just one. It's nice to be a genius, but it's not. You know, it ain't nice when you don't have any. You know, when you don't have like that same amount of genius with in your body. You know, and you don't have that same amount of genius with your emotions. If you get the gist. That doesn't mean you got to be going around here looking like, you know, say Arnold Schwarzenegger or Michael Jai White, and all that shit. Or if you're, and if you want to talk about, and if well, that's not even important. I was about to get distracted. That don't mean you got to go around looking like the world's biggest, baddest man or woman, however you want to look at it. And at the same time, you know, it's nice to have, it's nice, and then that goes into the physical body too. It's nice to have that strong physical body, or it's nice to take care of your body at the same time. You know, still got to take care of that mental health too, and make sure you're not just taking care of your physical body just just out of that being your only focus or just to please others. And then it's the same thing with the emotions. Become a master of the emotions, yes, but make sure that you remember to make sure that you take care of your mental intelligence too, and also your physical intelligence too, which is the physical body. And that all three of them need each other. All three of them are connected. If any one of them if your emotional body is suffering, your mental and physical body is going to suffer. Regardless of how you look at it, all three of them need each other. Then you got to understand that all three of them are they're all a part of that. They're all part of that triangle or whatever. None of it's separate. And then just look at and then to go a bit deeper, let's talk about the emotions. The emotion is in the empathy that deals with the more passive side, right? That might be a person's strength. They may end up being so compassionate, so passive, and go with the flow so much they may not. Since that's all they know, they'll be very indecisive. They'll be very indecisive most of the times, not knowing when or how to take action. Doesn't mean that they don't have any passion. They just are so used to just sitting by and observing, just going with the flow all the time. And it's the same thing on the flip side. A person who's more passionate, always has all that drive. They may not ever know when to slow down. Take care of themselves, because passion and drive and strength. Passion and drive, strength and aggressiveness is all they know. So regardless of how you may try to look at this, relation, it's all the same. And this is why the balance and flexibility is so important, so that all your strength and energy isn't put in one area, which will create an imbalance, not only because of the fact that it's all focused in one area, but because the very fact of it being all focused in that one area is what leaves it, is what leaves it vulnerable in the other areas, because the amount of strength isn't being distributed evenly among all of them. If you get where I'm going now. So this, those are just like a couple of examples of how one strength, of how a person's strength is their weakness. And if if one doesn't like the saying strength is your weakness, or rather your strength can be your weakness. If that, we'll say that's more appropriate. Your strength can be your weakness. But your strength won't be your weakness if you got multiple strengths, right? Yeah, I just want to share that perspective with you guys, and hopefully it made you look at strength and weakness a different way. And if it did, I'm glad I could help you. And just remember, for all the different areas of your life that you may be focused on or value, just make sure that the strength and passion is distributed evenly amongst them, so that there's no vulnerabilities and a lack of power in any of those areas. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. I'm out here in nature right now. This is, look out, it's beautiful. See it? Yeah, I'm out here enjoying this. Yeah, I hope I give it the best shot I could with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this now. And if there's anything you guys want to add, help me out with, it'd be much appreciated. But I'm gonna go ahead and chill now. With that being said, love you guys. Peace and blessings.